Hi, everybody. Here I am at Haunted Hill with Brandi Holloway.
Hi.
She's going to tell us a little bit about her experience with being in the haunted industry. Brandi, first of all, why did you get started in the haunted industry?
I was very young and I grew up in the haunted lifestyle with my parents. My dad and my mother took over a fire department that would do it for charity events, and it growed on to me. It's just something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy interacting with people and learning different, I don't know how, I guess I would learn different places people come from. People come from all over to enjoy a good haunt.
So it's kind of in your DNA, and you were raised in that culture
Yes.
of having haunts. Along your journey, what is something you've seen that has surprised you most about the haunted industry that you didn't think early on would be an issue?
The people that enjoy being in the homes amaze me. And I know that sounds odd, but there's a lot of people that come, as we say in Alabama, that come out of the woodworks to help do an event like this, because our haunted house in particularly, we do not pocket our money. Everything goes to a charity.
Okay, so you were telling me about the people who become involved in haunting, and so what is it about these people that is so interesting to you?
Each one is a different character, just like each person has their own personality, and a certain character can be played by the right person, and if you find that right person to fill that spot, it makes a better haunt all the way around. That's what I believe personally in, making it work together.
So in your experience, it's not simply people jumping out from behind a curtain and saying boo, but it's a lot like the theater where you find the right person for the right part and it just comes alive.
The act all comes together.
Okay. How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel like you fit in more up front? What was it to make you go behind the scenes? Because you have worked very hard from year to year to make sure that the haunt is a new scene and it's fresh for everybody.
I am good with helping to design and decorate and stuff behind the scenes, but my favorite spot is to be in the front, coming encounter with different people and talking to them and seeing what they're most scared of or their worst fear. And several people are Michael Myers, of course, and I don't know why, but I learn what kind of gets their skin to crawling, and then I can pass it on to the workers, and then they go from there. That's how our team works.
Now, studies are showing that the haunts and watching scary movies is a very therapeutic thing for people. Can you think of any instances where you've actually seen people come in very much afraid, but it's transformed them, changed them in some way before they leave?
Yes, and I would say that it gets the adrenaline pumping, and adrenaline is a good thing to be, excreted in your body and stuff. And anytime you can see someone come in terrified, several people have wet their clothes. I have witnessed that. If people come in like that and they leave and they're still gasping for air, and at the end of it, they're just all smiles. That was the best time they've ever had. I want to do it again. That makes not only you, but your crew feel great. Like, hey, I achieved this mission. And it gets that person, I just feel like it brings happiness to them.
Back to the haunt actors. Now, a lot of haunts have younger actors coming in. Haunted Hill is a family-based haunt, so as the children become of age, they kind of get initiated into the haunt.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the kids in the family grow as a result of being in the haunt? I mean, have they overcome any fears themselves?
Yes. Actually, I have two cousins. They started out, I think the youngest age was 7, and for the boy, and the little girl was 6. And till this day, they are still in the haunt family. And as soon as it ends, they're like, okay, I'm ready for next year. What are we going to do? What am I going to be next year? They look forward to it. And it's good for kids to look forward to something like that, and it still be family oriented, so you're working together as a family. And that's family time, just in a different way, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah. What has been some of the biggest hurdles in the haunt industry as you've grown through the years?
Okay. I would say the communication between, like, my brother and I, or my mother and, myself, or whoever, my husband and myself, we have tense moments, but it all boils down to communication. That has been one of the biggest, I would say, hurdles to get over, is communicating. If you don't keep your communication on, hey, this is what I have in mind for this particular scene, what do you think about it? If they say, hey, that's fine, just go with it, and you get it all done thinking it's it's your expertise, and they come in there and they're like, well, I would have done this different, then you really want to bite their head off. It's like, well, I already asked you, what did you want?
This isn't what I had in my head. Why didn't you read my mind?
Right.
Oh my gosh, I almost lost my question. I'm going to have to edit this out. But do you feel that the haunt industry is growing in popularity? Have you seen an influx in the last couple of years?
Yes. Very much so. Our first year here at Haunted Hill, we started out and we might have had 150 people, and that's kids included, to come through, just in a small town. And now, 4 or 5 years down the road, we're up to 500-600 people, which doesn't seem like a lot, but a lot of those people want to come through, but yet they want to come work it at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're like, hey, I'll help you work it if you'll let me go through this time. I want to work, and they'll work the rest of the season. But it's not just for us, it's worldwide. Yes, I do believe so. They have so many, the trans world and all these haunted franchises, they just blowed up, and they're year round. And you can go online. You have to be a member, but you can go online and figure out all this stuff. And yes, it is growing. It's more like Christmas for our family.
Well, I noticed you mentioned that people who come through, like, they want to be a part of the world once they've experienced it.
Right.
And do you think that has a lot to do with your growth as far as the people who are not family who do work here? Now, I worked here last year with Haunted Hill, and I found it incredible that not only is there's a huge family, but there are a lot of friends that they've pulled in also.
Yes.
What advice would you give anybody who is young and is interested in entering the haunt industry?
If you're in it for the money, that's the wrong reason. Don't go in it thinking it's a get-rich-quick plan, because it's not. And if you succeed in that, call me. Because we do our stuff voluntarily, and I would love to help spread more joy to people's lives. And, that's just the way we do it. But I believe the most important thing to remember is it takes a lot to start anything you do with any business. And if you're planning on doing it as a money maker during the Halloween season, be prepared, because there's a lot to go into it. And thank Lord, we already had a building established. We just added walls and rooms into it.
So investing not only money,
Right.
but a lot of time.
We were going to open. We actually had to postpone our first year of opening because we were not ready. We were not where we wanted to be. We still needed a lot to get it to what we wanted as a family. And my dad has one, so we took that year and continued to help my dad with his. And then the next year we opened here at Haunted Hill. So, but yes, it's a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of sweat, bruised fingers from nails. You know, missing the hammers, missing the nail. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's fun. If you're looking for fun and you enjoy scaring people, then go for it because it's awesome.
How about aspiring actors who want to enter the haunt industry?
Call you.
Call me.
You are
That's a great
awesome. I must say, I believe that you are the best person to get that advice from because if doing a haunt, you have to have this wicked mind, you know, and I'm more of a serious person. So I stay up front with the serious people. No, I'm just playing. But I do believe that you kind of have to have a carefree attitude in a way.
You have to be able to play.
Right.
It's all just a game.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me, Brandi.
Thank you.
If you're in the East Alabama area, come on out to Haunted Hill. Check us out.
Thank you.
Thanks.